Well, I think it's very important for there to be an inclusive arena for free speech.
The reason why Elon Musk is buying Twitter. The world's richest man, Elon Musk, is the founder and CEO of electric vehicles Tesla. The real-life Iron Man has a current net worth of $259 billion. The mastermind is offering to buy 100% of Twitter at $54.20 per share in cash, in a deal that could be worth more than $40 billion. Well, no surprise, for Elon Musk, that's just some pocket change because that's only 16.6% of his total net worth. Welcome back, and we are here with another banger yet again. Without further ado, let's get into it. Twitter is a social networking platform that has 217 million daily active users worldwide. Elon is a pretty active Twitter user himself, with over 81.8 million followers. To his followers, Elon is known to tweet the most bizarre things on his personal Twitter account that always sparked controversy. So when the news came out that he was intending to buy Twitter, everyone went crazy. I mean, really crazy. Most people thought he was joking, but it all started when Musk first bought 9.2% of Twitter's shares in the stock market for $3 billion, demanding that the Twitter management board would have to start listening to what he had to say. However, in order to have a voice in the company, you need to own at least 15% of Twitter's shares. Knowing that buying more shares wasn't ever an obstacle to Mr. Musk, they invited him to join the board of directors. But here's the trick. Being part of the board of directors limits you to hold only 14.9% of the company's outstanding shares. That way, joining the board would have handcuffed him from fully acquiring the company. Thus, Elon Musk, being who he is, rejected the invitation and put a bid to buy Twitter entirely for $43 billion. And guess what? In cash. The world's richest person is allegedly intending to buy Twitter in an attempt to unrestrict freedom of speech. In that way, your words would not be censored when you say things that the general mass usually doesn't quite agree with. Free speech is when someone you don't like is allowed to say something you don't like. That is the sign of a healthy, functioning free speech situation, Musk said in a live-streamed interview at TED 2022 conference in Vancouver. In a letter to Twitter's chairman, Brett Taylor, Musk wrote, "I invested in Twitter as I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe, and I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy. Twitter has extraordinary potential. I will unlock it." He added, Mr. Musk has threatened that he is not playing the back-and-forth game, indicating that if the said deal doesn't work, given that he doesn't have confidence in management, nor does he believe he can drive the necessary change in the public market, he would need to reconsider his position as a shareholder in the company. Well, you're probably wondering, so what? Why not let him leave? You have to remember that Elon now owns around 9% of Twitter, so if he decides to leave, he would be dumping all of his shares back onto the market, thus plummeting the stock. This is not a threat. It's simply not worth the investment without the changes that need to be made, and those changes won't happen without taking the company private. Elon commented. A lot of doubt circulated. Some analysts questioned Musk's ability to buy Twitter at that price, because despite Elon Musk's fortune, he would have to liquidate or borrow against his assets to come up with a large sum of money to close the deal if it were to be accepted. Most of his assets are tied up at his companies, including Tesla and SpaceX. At the TED conference, Musk assured the audience that he had enough assets and could afford it. I could technically afford it. I do think that this will be somewhat painful, and I'm not sure that I will actually be able to acquire it, he said. A lot of people expressed their disapproval, including the Saudi billionaire, Prince Alawid bin Talal, who's been one of the largest and long-term shareholders in Twitter. In his tweet, he expressed his denial of Elon Musk's offer, as it doesn't come close to the intrinsic value of the company, given its growth prospects. To that, Elon fired back, interesting, just two questions, if I may. How much of Twitter does the kingdom own, directly and indirectly? What are the kingdom's views on journalistic freedom of speech? Implying that the kingdom itself isn't an advocate for free speech. Compared to Facebook and TikTok, which amassed more than 2.9 and 1 billion users, respectively, Twitter has less spotlight directed towards it. However, some investors see potential as the company plans to expand that figure from 217 to 315 million by the end of 2023. While the Twitter management is probably running in circles right now, Elon Musk is out there entertaining his followers with the weirdest polls. So, is there a way out of this? There always is. Nonetheless, at a huge cost. Explained further, Elon is bidding to buy Twitter for a 20.2% premium over Twitter's closing price of $45.08 a share. He would be paying $54.20 a share instead. Twitter's management, on the other hand, has been questionably quiet after the circulating havoc. After the market closed, Twitter's board voted unanimously to adopt a limited duration shareholder rights plan, also known as the poison pill defense. However, only transiently, as the plan is set to expire on the 14th of April, 2023. So, what is the poison pill? It's a defensive strategy coined in the 80s that's typically used by companies to defend themselves against hostile takeover bids, like the Twitter versus Elon Musk one. Keep in mind that there are currently 763.5 million existing shares of Twitter. Let's go through it. If Elon Musk attains 15%, or 114.5 million shares of them, each of the other 85% shareholders will be allowed to purchase additional shares at a 50% discount, according to the new market value price post-dilution. Thus, as there are twice as many shares in the 85% opposing group, and the number of shares in Musk group, 15%, stays the same, this means there are now 1.4 billion shares of Twitter on the stock market. So even if Musk originally held 15%, or 114 million shares, he would now only own 8%, consequently losing nearly 50% of his invested money. Other shareholders wouldn't be spared as well. They would also lose around 15% of their original stock's value. The shareholder rights plan will reduce the likelihood that any entity, person, or group gains control of Twitter through any open market accumulation without paying all shareholders an appropriate control premium or without providing the board sufficient time to make informed judgments and take actions that are in the best interests of shareholders. Twitter spokesperson said in a press release, "This is a protective strategy implemented by the board to shush out any hostile takeovers who try to buy off the company without the board of directors' approval." So, in summary, they're basically diluting their own stock, hurting not only Elon Musk, but existing shareholders and the company itself, basically creating a lose-lose situation. However, knowing Elon Musk, he is unlikely to buy more than 15%, as it would be a huge loss, and that would be too painful. This game buys Twitter more time to negotiate with Mr. Musk or get in touch with other buyers willing to invest in Twitter's shares in the stock market. Musk thinks the decision should be left for shareholders to make, tweeting, "They own the company, not the board of directors." Fred Wilson, a New York-based venture capitalist, said, "The opposite should be happening. Twitter should be decentralized as a protocol that powers an ecosystem of communication products and services."
Social media platforms in this time are a crucial weapon.
And putting them in the hands of one single person is a dangerous game to play, don't you think? Especially if that person named his own child Sidereal. Elon Musk has always been known for his contempt towards social media platforms, especially Instagram, and for highlighting their devastating effects on people's mental health. Is Musk's real intention behind buying Twitter an attempt to revolutionize freedom of speech, or is it simply to spark controversy? Some conspiracists on Twitter even suggested that Musk was trying to buy Twitter to delete it and finally let people lead a normal life, adding, if he succeeds in doing so, he will go after every other social media application. It is no secret that Elon Musk is one of the most powerful people on the planet at the moment, not only due to his big fortune, but also because he's one of the most influential people out there. Elon Musk is playing an intelligent game, trying to redirect public opinion towards the current Twitter management's misdoings and highlighting the areas that are needed for improvements. For instance, the edit button everyone has been asking Twitter for years. Will this incident push the other social media platforms to create higher protective policies to avoid Twitter's inevitable fate? How this Twitter versus Elon Musk drama is going to end is a question to be answered over the upcoming few months. Which side are you on? Tell us in the comments below.